and then they pull down.
Yeah, it's like right here.
It's here, and then they pull down.
And the baby comes down, right? Because it would be coming through the canal.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I always had in my head, like here,
Ooh.
and you're just like moving around organs.
I think some organs
And you're
are
like
being
clearing.
moved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Ladies, did you know all this?
Hey, gals, you're welcome. Your favorite pregnancy podcast with the good guys.
We're here to tell you all about your C-section. What to expect when you're expecting.
We're sorry.
We can't apologize more.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a good guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just the good guys. Whoa.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm miserable. No.
Same.
Here we are in person, yet again, another episode, completely different day and time, and we're doing it right on the day that you think it is, right?
Yeah, of course.
This isn't the second episode of the same.
We record on Thursdays and release on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
We're the most topical podcast there is.
How do we, let's leave it up to the listeners, because our morons are really smart for being morons. How can we be more topical, knowing that there is a workflow with the great Dear Media? They need time to edit, and our video, shout out the great Jasmine, the great Olivia.
Yes.
Everything takes, about 5 business days to edit, so we're usually about a week behind.
Yes. Yes.
Is there any way to remedy that?
No, but I would like to know, sound off in the comments, do you care if we're topical? Do you prefer our nonsense, or do you prefer our commentary on current events?
I think if we could be topical for at least 1 episode a week,
It would be great.
or I think we'd be the biggest podcast in the world.
We would be.
Which we already are. I don't know why I said
No,
that.
the fact that we're the second biggest podcast in the world,
Right.
and we talk about nothing.
Yeah, it's us and Mo Robbins.
Shout out Mo.
Big Van.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think, or should we do Patreon?
Sure, I'm in.
We're going to fight a lot.
I'm down. All right, should we do a Patreon?
Having to schedule a 3rd episode a week, good luck.
Easy, yeah, but we can do that from home. We charge them $5.99 a month and make it the lowest quality possible. But it's not video, it's just audio, Josh.
Yeah.
Maybe we call it the walking club. And we're just on our AirPods, walking. You go on your nice walk by the beach. I go on my nice walk by the dumpsters. And we're just walking and talking for a half hour. And that's our Patreon.
I would love it. Can you record that?
I don't know.
We were talking about, the great Claudia Oshry,
Yes.
the great Paige Peck.
Yes. Both great women.
They are both due
Yes.
next couple of months.
Similar timing.
Similar timing.
More similar than I realized.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. About 6 weeks apart.
And so tell me, what is the birthing plan? What's our plan?
The plan is to BH until the date. Claudia has actually started to think okay, what does maybe a nursery room look like? What themes are we going for?
Sure.
All of that stuff. Doing as much planning as she can without buying things. And then, we're just gonna, God willing, wait until that beautiful day, and hopefully she's ready to rock. And we go in and we have a beautiful guy. That's the hope.
And no induction.
That's not the plan right now. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, just letting nature take its course.
If her water breaks at a Whole Foods, at a Wegmans, at a Pret a Manger,
Throw her on my back and run to the hospital.
can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll deliver it. I'm in. I'm ready.
If you see Ben sprinting up Madison Avenue.
Yeah, with Claudia on my shoulder running.
You just hear footsteps. I've never been, my wife's only had C-section, and so I've never been around a person whose water broke, but
Interesting.
I'd be scared.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I have seen full birthing videos. I have. Have you seen them before?
Where, in health class?
No, actually, Brian Kelly showed me a video because he's had surrogates of literally the entire labor. Like, I've seen full vaginal labor.
He filmed it himself?
All of it. All of it. You see everything. So I'm completely ready. It's kind of like that Demi Moore movie, The Substance.
Right.
It's like that level of gore. And yeah, it's pretty wild. And quickly shout out Demi Moore, should have won.
I do wonder, though, when Brian Kelly started filming the actual birth happening, if he went for a second. So that's what it looks like.
Probably.
Yes. The wonderful points guy, Brian Kelly, our amazing gay king.
Yes. Who needs to come on more? Must.
Please.
Love him. He's so good.
He's always New York Times bestseller. Lucky little sucker.
Yeah,
well deserved. He's the best.
Genius. Pioneer.
Genius. Wow. Absolutely.
Need to set him up with the Queen of Melrose. Loves her.
Yes, the king and queen.
Love her. The king and queen.
The king of the points.
The
and
best
Queen
show,
of Melrose.
King of Queens. So underrated.
I never really watched it.
What?
I haven't.
Jerry Stiller? He takes the cake. He's so good.
He is so good.
He's the only reason that show works.
I'm going to blow your mind right now.
Tell me.
You ready?
Yeah.
Name a sitcom of the last 30 years. Name a show of the last 30 years, but more sitcom that meant a lot to you, and see if I've watched it. And it can be as ubiquitous and part of the zeitgeist as anything.
Seinfeld?
Not really.
Curb? Are these?
Curb's different. I've seen every episode of Curb. Seinfeld.
It's interesting. Okay, so you don't watch them.
Name another one.
Modern Family?
Never seen an episode.
Really good show.
Believe it.
It doesn't really shock me though that you haven't seen Modern Family. It doesn't shock me that you haven't seen all of these.
Name another.
I just know that you haven't seen it and I can't think of them. I just had a bagel.
The Office? No.
Same. Fuck
we
that.
know bagels give you brain fog. What
Fuck
was
that.
I thinking?
I know.
I've sabotaged this.
You sabotaged me. This episode's done. This
sorry.
episode brought to you by brain fog.
Oh my God.
I need my turmeric to reduce the swelling.
Brought to you by our neurologist. Name Friends?
Friends. No, nothing.
I've seen
How about you name what you haven't seen? You name them, I'll tell you.
Friends, I've seen some episodes sometimes.
All I know is Jerry Stiller makes everything better.
King of Queens, not. I've seen one or two. Seinfeld, I've probably seen 24 episodes in total. Modern Family, never seen. Office, saw one episode, wasn't interested. Have seen all the British Office, loved. American Office, less interested. No shade, zero shade, obviously. These are incredible shows.
They are.
Obviously, I'm in no position to give a review or a critique.
Sure.
Just my truth.
But just not something that you're interested in watching.
Yeah. I've never seen Lost. I've never seen...
Wow, you're missing out.
I mean...
There are some shows that you're missing out on. Have you seen Desperate Housewives?
With Terry Hatcher?
Yeah. And Eva Longoria?
I'll hate it.
I swear on my life, you will love it. Josh, this show is so moronically, fantastically soap opera-y, drama-y, dumb, but really well done. I love it. Love it.
Can we talk?
By the way, that's how, it's not topical, but if we watched something and spoke about what we're watching, like even if it was, I know, Reba, then our beautiful listeners could also watch Reba, and then we could talk about Reba.
Sure.
You know? And then it doesn't have to be topical because we're watching an old-ass show. Like
something like Reba, I could see myself getting into because I like when something isn't trying to be more than it is. And I think Reba knew exactly what lane it was in.
1,000%.
That's
Bad.
Reba.
Horrific.
Reba McEntire sees the bad exit on the ferry, goes, I'll go that way. It's me, Reba. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm trying to think of. Okay, name your top 5 favorite shows ever. Can you think of them?
Yes, I'm gonna try. Curb is number 1. I love Curb. Love. 2 is probably Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld.
Okay.
It's hard because now we're blending comedy and not comedy. I really am obsessed with Desperate Housewives. It might be recency bias. I loved Lost. It's funny that you brought that up.
Interesting.
Loved. Breaking Bad. Unbelievable. Game of Thrones. Unbelievable. Like, if we're crossing genres, it's very difficult.
Let's cross them.
I think that the greatest can't put it down show was Breaking Bad. I loved it. So good. Such a good story.
So well
You just
done.
needed more of it. 2, if we're crossing genres, Curb. I love Curb. I love Larry.
Okay.
I would just love to sit in a room with Larry and just hear him complain. Like, there's just nothing. It feels like a show that was just like made for me, and I watch it and I love it. Seinfeld feels like it's in the same vein, but honestly, if you're a Curb fan, you know Seinfeld's just a little bit worse.
It is.
It's just a little worse.
It is.
It is. And you really see, shout out Jerry, sorry, Larry's the guy. Larry's the genius. It's not that Jerry isn't funny. I'm not saying Jerry isn't funny.
No, he's brilliant in his own
brilliant in his own right, but Larry is like another level funny.
I can't imagine anyone caring less about the comparable genius and comedic ability than Jerry Seinfeld.
1,000%.
He'd be like,
1,000%. No, he wouldn't care at all.
Yeah.
Wouldn't care
He'd
at
be
all.
like, last time I checked, we're both billionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jerry's probably richer.
He's
I don't really know why.
not from that Pop-Tart movie.
Yeah, no.
I'm just
No
kidding.
good. No good.
Shout out. Great Jewish king, great Jewish comedian king, Jerry Seinfeld.
The best.
Speaking of...
The second best.
Like my top 5 are, first is Sopranos.
Yes.
Second is Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Third would be the show Transparent on Amazon Prime. Jeffrey Tambor, brilliant.
Okay.
Beyond.
Okay.
Californication, I loved with David Duchovny.
Yeah.
Not probably a show you could still do.
Yeah.
And then I'd say 5 is Curb.
Yeah.
So like, and somewhere in that, maybe Curb and then Californication, but those are my top 5. But we were talking on the episode before about Cassie David last week, the great Cassie David, because you were talking about napping, and she recently went viral for saying that naps are ridiculous, overrated, and unacceptable.
I agree.
I agree. They should not be done.
No, unless you're pregnant.
It's a last resort.
Yeah.
It's for pregnant people and kids.
Yeah. Who have the ability to sleep for 3-4 hours. Right? Like, if you're going into a nap, you need to dedicate the time. Yeah. Cat nap, no good.
No good.
But
then there is also studies that a nap that's less than 21 minutes is regenerating.
Really?
I don't write.
Less than 21 minutes?
It's something like that. That's like the NASA... We'll look it up on my Samsung.
That sounds like a miserable nap. Actually, maybe it is just short enough that you haven't drifted into REM. It must be that, so you can't be awoken out of REM.
NASA recommends a 26-minute nap to improve alertness and performance while minimizing sleep inertia. This short nap is known as the NASA nap.
Wow. Okay.
The power nap, 10 to 20 minutes, best for getting straight back to work. The NASA nap, proven by scientists to improve pilot performance 34% and alertness by 54%.
Our pilots are napping?
Yes.
I don't like that.
Listen.
They can't sleep. That's why there's co-pilots.
They take off.
I'm saying they can go and take a full night's rest while the other pilot is piloting.
Sure.
A cat nap? Mid-flight?
It's so bright up there.
I don't like that at all.
My friend used to be a teacher for Boeing, and I would say, what do you do up there? And he goes, we cover the windows. It's too bright.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
I mean, you don't need to see anything.
It's on autopilot. They're watching for weather.
Yeah. And birds.
Not up there.
Yeah.
Not at 35,000 feet.
No, a little lower than that. But then the birds, they come into the engine and they crash. I want to know how many plane crashes a year happen from birds in the engine. There was one that just happened. This is a normal thing.
It is. Bird strike.
Yes. Terrible.
Speaking of the great Brian Kelly, and I know we fought about this, that the people who in Toronto flipped over in the Delta flight,
Yes.
they got offered a cool $30K.
Yes.
No strings attached. You said that's not good, right?
I didn't think so. I know that Brian did go on record saying, take the $30K, there are no strings attached. You can always sue later. I just don't like it. I'd rather you sue now. That's all.
Yeah.
Sue right now.
My motto is sue now.
Sue now.
Yeah.
Sue now.
Sue now.
Sounds like the name of a Chinese woman. Sue now.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, he also mentioned that the Miracle on the Hudson in the Sully flight,
Yes.
landing on the Hudson, everyone there got $4K.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Can you imagine?
Terrible. No, I can't.
Your
These airlines
carry-ons
have
waterlogged.
These airlines have so much money. Do the right thing. The thing is, this stuff happens and has been happening so much more often than people realize. I bet you they have to pay out like millions and millions and millions of dollars a year in these traumatic events. Yeah. You just don't know about all of them.
Yeah.
So maybe 4K 70 times is what? 280,000 times 100 events. Some good coin.
It's not bad.
28 million.
Okay, Benjamin. So this morning I arrive in beautiful Newark, New Jersey, right?
No, nobody's ever said that.
Oh, yeah. There's a song about it, friend. In Newark.
Love it.
That's the song, right?
Yeah, it is.
I thought so. We can't afford the rights to that.
No.
I won't sing anymore. But so I arrive in beautiful Newark, New Jersey. I wake up. I'm disheveled. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I got night guards half flying out of my mouth.
Yes.
And I go, what do I have on tap today?
Yes.
Take out the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Boom. Now brief.
Yep.
Vavoom.
Vavoom.
Here's what's next, friend.
Yep.
Right? With Now Brief with Galaxy AI, it's going to tell me what I got going that day, what the weather's going to be like. Also, by the way, here's what you have. You're going to be meeting with the beautiful Ben, Midtown, near Times Square. It doesn't tell you that Times Square is a hellscape.
No, it doesn't.
But it does tell you the address of where I'm going.
It's unbelievably convenient, Josh. Unbelievable. You want to be briefed on your day. You want to know what's going on the second that you wake up. You want to know, is it shorts weather? For me, it's always shorts weather. That's why I have this cold.
Yes.
It's always shorts weather. You want to know, what time is your meeting? Where is your meeting? Without going into that calendar. Nobody needs that. We don't need to see it. We need it all aggregated in one place. What do I have all day long? And Samsung thought of it and made the Now Brief. And we're all thankful for it. How easy is that?
Get your Galaxy S25 Ultra at Samsung.com. Now Brief displays daily select information from select apps, may require internet connection.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Robody. Folks, you know, GLP-1s changed my life. They changed a lot of people's lives too. Look, there's something that you can't understand unless you're in it, and that is just the feeling of diet after diet after diet not working, and then realizing that, oh, maybe dieting isn't the problem, maybe my brain is the problem, and then realizing that these GLP-1s literally go in there and quiet food noise. And quieting food noise has been like the absolute bar none most successful way for me to personally lose weight. So all I want to talk about today is how I can help you as well, if this is something that sounds like it might be you, and get it for cheaper. So want the fastest working GLP-1s for half the list price? Ro's got you, okay? And if you want to lose 15% of your body weight on average faster, I think Ro could be for you as well, because Ro now offers FDA-approved weight loss vials for half the list price of auto-injector pens without applying insurance or savings cards, and with results you can see faster. If you're prescribed, lose 15% of your weight on average in a year. This formula from Eli Lilly hits not one, but two hormones to curb hunger with less nausea. Your Ro affiliated partner can help you understand if GLP-1s are right for you and your goals. But that's just the beginning. Ro members have support throughout the process. So folks, are you ready to join the over 385,000 people who have already chosen Ro to access GLP-1s? If so, you can go to ro.co/good, ro.co/good. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. 15% weight loss is based on a study in non-diabetics with obesity or with overweight with a weight-related condition on 5 milligrams of medication and when paired with diet and exercise. Half the list price when compared to auto-injector pens and when paying cash without applying insurance or savings cards.
Before we get off Cassie David, I've told you my story of meeting Larry David, right?
No.
I think I've told it on the pod before, but
Say it again. I had a bagel. My brain's inflamed. I can't remember anything.
There he goes. I had a bagel. The I had a bagel defense.
Can you see, though, how rapidly it affects me?
No.
Okay. Well, I feel it. Continue. I can't remember any sitcom I've ever watched. You're like, name a sitcom. I'm like, can you stop badgering me?
He's like,
No, I can't. Stop it.
He's like,
no, name a sitcom. I'll tell you if I've seen it. No, you name them.
Easiest layup question, by the way, in history. He's like, Days of Our Lives. So Cassie David. So Pete Davidson, Cassie David. This is when they're dating. Many years ago, I had become friendly for a second with Pete Davidson, and he was nice enough to invite me to a memorial for his father, his wonderful father, Hero, who sadly passed away during 9/11. He was doing a memorial for him, 15 years later at the Soho House in Los Angeles.
Lovely.
He says, please come.
You've never told the story.
Okay. So I go, happy to, love to. Thank you, Pete. So we go, real star-studded occasion, some very cool people there. I'm there with my wife. We're recently married. I see Larry there with obviously his wonderful daughter and Pete. And the only way to describe her is my wife would say, this Tatiana approaches me. And this girl, I've never seen someone with such shark eyes in my life. Now, stunning person, very, very well known on the social medias, sort of a professional, attractive person.
Sure.
Let's just say.
Got it. OnlyFans?
A pap,
Understood.
I think this was pre-OnlyFans.
But
now
jugs out? Yeah. Understood.
So she zeroes in right for me. I go, this is a room of very famous people. You are really settling here.
Sure.
Honey. And I'm with my wife. And she is extremely flirtatious. I go, hello, nice to meet you. This is my wife, Paige. And she literally
Didn't care.
was like, hi, and next. Kept going. So at this point, my wife and I are like getting a kick out of it, of how like ridiculous this is. So then I see out of the corner of my eye, Larry's leaving the party. So he's kind of making his way out with a few other people. And I see Tatiana clock Larry. So now she's upgraded and her shark eyes are on Larry. And she sees me, sees Larry, needs something to say and goes, hi, Larry. Do you know Josh? And I go, fuck. I go, this isn't how I wanted it to happen. Not like this. Not like this. And I see him look over at me and he gives me a kind of a, and I literally looked at him. I said, no need to say hello. Nice to meet you. Like, please keep going, Mr. David.
Yeah.
Do not let this Tatiana take up any more of your time. He made his way out of the party. She followed him to the elevator. I'm pretty sure that's where it ended. And that was sadly how I got to meet a hero.
But I love that he, true to character. Have you met Josh? You can go. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just so good.
I think he would have given me the 15 seconds if I really was like, hi, nice to meet you,
No,
sir.
but that's not how you want to meet him.
No.
That's not what you'd rather not meet him.
Exactly right.
No, you want to meet people in a situation where it can leave a lasting impression. Otherwise, you don't want to meet them at all.
Yeah. As a rule, I'd rather not meet you.
For sure. Most of the time when you meet someone, it's a letdown. You don't want it, especially a guy like Larry. Even though I feel like having even just a dinner with him. But see, I'm now even thinking, I guess it's because his character really is just him as a person, it would seem. But whenever you get in the room with somebody, you expect them to be this version that you've seen on TV. And for 99.9% of people, that's not the case. Like, the actor is acting.
Right.
And then in person, they're a person. And they're a different type of person. Yeah, don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's also these actors who you meet them and you realize that their great desire in life is to be other people.
Yes.
And so when they have to be themselves, they're a bit of a shell.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Boring.
No
Lame.
thanks.
Lame-o.
Bye. What?
Not that I'm mentioning anybody in particular, but
But who?
lame. No.
Mouth it.
I don't know.
I try not to be friends with that.
I made all this up.
I hate myself. I'm not going to like other people. What's the plan when Baruch Hashem, the wonderful Claudia, goes into labor? What are your sort of planned strategies as the dad-to-be on delivery day, D-Day?
Whatever she needs, whenever she needs it. But that's me today. Like, I think you know this. Dinner time, I am cooking her, like, whatever she's in the mood for, whatever. She takes care of me in more ways than I can possibly describe. Like, this woman is like, besides being a mogul, just runs the house. Like, she just It's her thing. She loves it. She's definitely a little controlling on that end, but it's perfect. It's perfect. And then when it comes to sustenance, when it comes to emotional support, like I am there for her 24/7, whatever she needs, and I love that. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I don't think that's going to change. Like whatever she needs that day, I'm there. In terms of like a plan, my plan is not to be annoying. My plan is just to be there. Whatever she needs, great. Get out of the way. If not, watch that baby like a fucking hawk the second, God willing, is born. Not let like, I don't know. We're now, I think it's because of Desperate Housewives. We're now like, if the baby goes somewhere else, they're going to switch him. And then, so it's like, keep eyes on baby. So I'm going to watch baby, make sure that he's all good. And that nobody drops him on the floor, and return him back to his home and to his mother's breast, to her bosom. And yeah, do what I can, but get out of the way, I think is the plan. Is that a good plan?
Yeah, I mean, look, when they go into labor, like my wife needed a C-section. She was induced, but we were there for like over a day and a half. So now, knowing that we're going to be there for a third time, I've got already got my food places.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
You know, the Great Cedar Sinai in California. This is a high-end experience. So, you know, there's a Magnolia Bakery within 800 feet. I'll be getting the banana pudding, obviously.
Oh, so good.
Jones on 3rd, Chinese chicky salad.
So good.
Nice.
Yeah, you're near good stuff. You're near good stuff.
And we're having a C-section, and so it's like, I literally, like, if we're having a C-section at 2 p.m, I know I'm going to put in the order for pickup at 4.
Yeah, because you know you're good.
I'm good.
How long does a C-section take? And she's obviously, they're under, right?
No.
They're not. They're just numbed.
They have a spinal. They have the equivalent of an epidural, but it turns into a spinal block, which basically from your diaphragm down, you feel nothing. Because they want to keep you awake, because the anesthesia can, in theory, get to the baby.
Oh, I didn't realize that you were awake. That's terrible. That's when I had my wisdom teeth pulled. Literally every woman's like, he's about to fucking relate his wisdom teeth to his C-section. But it's the same, okay? I remember they gave me local, and you could just hear the crunching of the teeth. You could feel what they were doing. I can't even imagine. You must feel them literally moving around organs. You must feel them cutting. Like, not feel pain, but you
feel
still
pressure.
feel. Oh my God.
That's always the moment, because it's about, you know, C-section, it's a massive real thing in surgery, and I don't mean to undermine it in any way, but when C-sections are scary, when they're emergencies.
Sure.
Like truly scary.
Sure.
And in that instance, a baby can be out in 90 seconds.
Sure.
If it's planned and it's not under emergency circumstance, in my experience, it's about 12 to 15 minutes from the start till baby comes out. And then it's about 30 minutes of like closing and making sure everything is like copacetic. But what I know the moment, because I'll be there by Paige, her beautiful little head right here. I'll be coaching her. I'll say, you know, good for you.
Yes. You got this.
You are Mother Nature.
You're gorgeous.
You're fulfilling your duty in life, you know.
And there's some duty.
Yeah. And, you know, and if you do, no duty was C-section.
Oh, true.
You know, God's plan.
Yeah.
You know, and then also the other side, they not like us.
Yeah, they're
God's
not like us.
plan
Yeah,
is not like us.
No, it's not.
And then the doctor goes, little bit of pressure, and that's what I go. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Little bit of pressure, and then you hear it.
And how big is the C-section opening?
It seems bigger than it is, but if we're being honest, it's probably like that. I mean, it's
like this.
Yeah, but it's not up there. It's right above your pelvic, like it's right around
it's
your
here.
pelvis.
It's
like
here.
it's fupa area,
Got
fupa
it.
region.
Got it. I've told you that my dad doesn't have a belly button.
Say more.
Okay. Bruce Soffers had multiple hernias in one time. They just stole his belly button.
They forgoed it.
Yeah, and they didn't replace one. So he just has a line. No belly button. He went in for a hernia surgery, and they never gave him back a belly button. I'm thinking of this because it happens
stealing.
right in this area. You know? You could lose a belly button.
No, C-section's low.
Even lower.
Oh, I would say like 4 to 5 inches below the belly button,
Got it,
depending
okay.
anatomically how you're built.
So it's here.
It's fupa. It's like
But
right,
it can't be too fupa-y.
It's below the underwear line
What?
in most cases.
I can't even. And then they pull down.
Yeah, it's like right here.
It's here, and then they pull down.
And the baby comes down, right? Because it would be coming through the canal.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I always had in my head, like here,
Ooh.
and you're just like moving around organs.
I think some
And
organs
you're
are
like
being moved.
clearing.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Ladies, did you know all this?
Hey, gals, you're welcome. Your favorite pregnancy podcast, The Good Guys.
We're here to tell you all about your C-section. What to expect when you're expecting from the good guys.
You think we're here for the husbands. We're not.
No, we're here to tell
ladies,
you.
Ladies. Can you believe this? Oh, thank you, Ben. We're sorry.
We can't apologize more.
Idiots. Dumb idiots. What a dumb podcast. Sorry, we can have an expert on if you guys prefer. I don't mean to mansplain this at all. What a loser. I'm sorry.
Back to the fupa, though, because I'm curious.
Yes.
It's that low.
It's rather low. And it's bigger, and then obviously when they...
And then is it sort of like a horseshoe shape, like a hood? You flap it open, baby comes out, flap it down, sew it up?
Yeah, it's slightly U-ish, but it's
U-ish.
pretty straight.
It's pretty straight, and then it just opens like the jaws of life.
Yeah, it's open,
You think
and
that's
then...
where that comes from? The jaws of life? Probably not, but...
Well, the idea of the jaws of life is like using a tool to save your life from a car accident.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Right?
Okay, so no, not that, but wow. Okay, yeah, so the plan right now is no C-section, but we'll see. I don't know. You never know. Did Paige originally plan to have a C-section?
She kind of always knew that we were, the baby was breached
Got it.
2 weeks before, so it was feet down.
Understood.
And
Didn't they try, but they didn't try and turn him, or they did?
so they can do that, but it's painful. And there, you have to usually, again, this is my experience. I cannot speak for everyone. Our OB said we do it in the hospital if we're going to do the turn because you can induce labor. So we want to be there. God forbid anything changes.
Got it.
And they, you know how they do it?
With their hands on the front. I literally just got this explained to me.
They oil you up.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll get turned on. No, I'm kidding.
Totally.
Our OB is a lady.
Do it to me. Just like rubbing my belly until I inevitably have to take a dump.
I get the coconut oil out. Oh, God.
I'm inducing a fat shit. Did you hear me whistle?
Oh, my God. Oh, let me induce these guts. Oh, boy.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Friends, you deserve a vacation, okay? The winter was rough. It was rough. It was cold. We were freezing here in New York. We need and deserve a nice little getaway. Where should we go? Where should we go? Should we go to the beach? Maybe we should go to a lakefront property, take out some kayaks, go into the middle of the lake. Claudia will hate that. Let's scratch that. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach, okay? We're going to get some cabanas. We're going to have our toes in the sand. Doesn't that sound amazing? We're going to go up to our room. Maybe we're going to have a little kitchenette so I can make some omelets in the morning. We're going to pop out to our beachfront terrace, look at the ocean, take a deep breath and say, oh, God, thank God for Booking.com. Yeah, that's right, folks. Booking.com is it. Every time I use Booking.com to find a place to stay within the US, I know they'll have exactly what I am looking for because they have a huge variety of options from hotels to vacation rentals, and I know I can find exactly what I'm looking for. I found Booking.com has something for everyone. No matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find the stay that is ridiculously right for you. Again, whether that's the beach vacation, the lakefront destination, if that's right for you. Maybe we want to go to the jungle. Maybe we want to go just to sunny Florida. We don't have to be so adventurous. We just want to relax, okay? Maybe we want a spa weekend. A spa. Oh, I want a freaking spa weekend, a nice massage. Okay, I digress. Folks, Booking.com lets you find exactly what you're looking for every time. So folks, find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Yeah. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Chewy. If you're a pet parent like me, you know about Chewy. And when they say they have everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy, they're not messing around. First, we use Chewy for Theo. Rest in peace. Now we use Chewy for Romeo. Thank God he's happy and healthy. Did you ask? You didn't even ask. How about saying, how is Romeo? He's doing great. I digress. Chewy is it, okay? You need those bones. They love those circular bones, those bully sticks. They run through them. It's crazy. They're addicted. And by there, I mean Romeo. He loves a good bone. I like to think of it like a good book. You pick up a good book, he picks up a good bone, and he always needs his bones. And we always get his bones from Chewy. Not only do we get his bones from Chewy, but we also get his food. Romeo loves his good Royal Canin for small dogs. You can get small bags, you can get big bags. It's all fantastic, and it's all on Chewy. So folks, to keep him happy, Chewy has over 100,000 products from all brands my pets love at prices I love. Food, treat, bed, you name it, they have it. And you can get it shipped directly to your door in 1 to 2 days. How easy is that? And not just for dogs, but cats, birds, fish, reptiles, whatever floats your boat, they have it at Chewy. Also, folks, there's no need to worry because Chewy has top-tier 24/7 customer service. I can get expert advice over chat or phone, day or night. Plus, if my pet or I don't love something, Chewy's 100% satisfaction guarantee lets me return it within a year, no questions asked. So folks, Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/goodguys. That's CHEWY.com/goodguys to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewy.com/goodguys. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Can I read you an email?
Sure.
Okay. You're going to crack up. So we get these emails to the Spritz Society email database. We get these emails about bachelorette parties, people wanting free goods all the time, right?
Sure.
We get probably 40 bachelorette emails a week.
This is from influencers? Or
No, these are just from random people. Like, hey, I'm a huge fan. I would love to have Spritz at my bachelorette party. Is there any way that you could give me a couple of cases or like some free koozies or some swag? I'll take some pictures for you. Can you help me out? I get literally 50 a week.
And it's literally just charity.
Yeah, full-blown
Gotcha.
charity. I never think anything of it. This one was particularly insane, so I had to read it to you, okay? Bachelorette party. Hi, my name is Rebecca, and my best friend Kara is getting married this June in New York. We are in the middle of planning her bachelorette party and wanted to see if you would be interested in sending any donations or gifted collaborations. She's a huge fan of you guys, so I wanted to reach out in the hopes of surprising her. Her bachelorette is in April in Charleston, and we are going to have about 15 people there. She's had a rough go of planning so far with her makeup artist canceling and her caterer unexpectedly passing away. So hoping this may ease her stress and get rid of the bad vibes. Thank you for considering. Wow. Her caterer unexpectedly passing away?
But her makeup artist did cancel.
Her caterer unexpectedly passing away?
But the juggler wasn't available.
We'll send her some cases.
Will you?
For sure.
No.
No way. Because you lied to me. Your caterer didn't die. I read this. I'm like, are you fucking nuts? You couldn't have come up with anything else. Your caterer died? Whose caterer dies?
It's just, for me, it's the amount of, what's the word? Entitlement.
Oh, there's so much. So much. I get them all the time. So much. Hey, can you send this to me? It's like, no, but you can buy it.
Right.
You can buy it. Yeah. By the way, you can buy it everywhere in April at all Targets. Did I tell you that?
Huge. Did I have anything to do with that? No.
No.
I was pulling some strings behind the scenes.
Well, then maybe you did.
There's a big Good Guys fan high up at Target, and I said, talk to Ben.
Amazing. Well, if you did, it'd be great.
Love
you.
I'm not looking for a kickback, just a hug.
No, I'll give you a hug now.
Yeah, great.
Just spray my hand.
Yeah, great. You're still sick. You're still on so much antibiotics.
I know. But yeah, all Targets. Speaking of that, it's just the logistics thing. Hard as hell. People don't realize. It doesn't just show up there.
Sure.
in 40 states.
Yeah, 40 states. Why? Do not all states have Targets?
No, and if they do, they don't all sell alcohol. Like New York, if you go into New York Targets, only one of them has alcohol.
Interesting.
All these random state laws.
Utah, dry counties.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
California's wet as hell. Couldn't be wetter.
Yes.
Super wet.
We get shit house.
It's wet.
The state of poor decisions. Gavin Newsom has a podcast.
Big time wet.
How does Gavin Newsom go, you know what?
He has a podcast?
He goes, I know I'm getting a lot of heat lately, and it's been a rough couple of months. I know what I need. Podcast.
Does he run ads?
Probably.
I need to know.
Yeah. Do it for Spritz, baby.
Oh my God.
Did your house burn down? Are you looking to chill out after you lost everything you've ever held dear? Have a Spritz. We've got a low alcohol content for those high insurance rates. That's right. Your house burned down. No. Oh my God.
I love it. I hate it. I love it.
Okay. First one from the great New York Post. As we know, shout out. Greek island with almost no dementia.
They're eating too many bagels before they record.
Follows a twist on the Mediterranean diet, the two drinks they love. You've probably heard of the so-called blue zones, 5 areas in the world that longevity expert Dan Buettner identified as having residents who routinely live to be over 100. They are Okinawa, Sardinia, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Loma Linda, California, and Ikaria, Greece. Well, recently revealed that on the idyllic Greek island of Ikaria, there are some drinks that people are enjoying that are keeping them fit as a fiddle.
Please tell me.
Okay. The first one is the Mediterranean diet amplified. That's right. They're having less fish and meat, a lot more greens, and drinking olive oil.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Like a shot of olive oil.
a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
A
I
little-
like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
And spilling the tea, Icarians are drinking herbal teas every day.
Podstream, shout out.
Podstream, they have
Make a
tea.
great herbal tea.
Fabulous.
Desta makes a great herbal tea. Unbelievable.
Don't I know it?
Unbelievable.
So it's basically it's the olive oil, it's green leafy veg and tea.
Great.
Good to know. We'll
Yeah.
get you on that diet.
I'm in.
I
I'll
know.
try it for a week.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
Yeah. A good olive oil? I'm in.
Yes.
Why not?
Washed in some fluoride water.
I'll try it. I'm good. I'm good.
Well, there is the best and worst things to order at 6 fast food restaurants, according to an oncologist.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the worst thing, French fries.
Really? Yeah. That's upsetting. I want to know how that same oncologist feels if you're making French fries at home. Is it really what they're doing there? Is it the frying in general? I know we're divided on the seed oils. I don't know anything. I know nothing. I know what they tell me. I don't believe what they tell me necessarily.
Sure.
But I can't imagine that frying French fries in a little bit of oil is so bad. Isn't it exactly what we said earlier, where it's like it's about how much and how often?
Sure.
Not once a week. Once a week you have French fries from McDonald's. Is that really going to kill you?
I think you'd probably be better making your own.
You would be. But why? Why are you better making your own? If it's not the seed oils, what's the difference?
I think that seed oils, I think there's probably more ingredients in their processed.
That's what it is, the processed.
I mean, if you take like a potato gets a bad rap. It is a vegetable.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Love a sweet potato.
If you like I'll tell you what, and I know you're a Faye man. I'm building. Okay. You take a beautiful baked potato.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Do a little butter. Well,
Sure.
Don't go nuts.
Sure.
Don't go nuts.
Sure.
Irish butter. Put that in there. Kerrygold. Get a little Faye.
Okay.
A little Faye.
Okay.
Right? Little yogurt instead of the sour cream, little
Delicious.
Greek yolk.
Delicious.
Do a little veggies. Do even a little sprinkled cheese on it you want to do. Maybe do it in the British style. Do some of those beautiful red baked bean thing. What they do the white bean, the beans on toast.
Sure.
Do it on
Throw that into your potato? I'm in.
Why not?
I made myself a taco salad last night, Josh. Shredded lettuce, beef, etc., onions, whatever.
Yes.
I had this much left in a Tostitos salsa canister. And I thought to myself, because I'm a man that likes to experiment and perhaps stumble upon a great recipe. Also, I'm not wasteful.
Sure.
I'm not wasteful at all. I put a little bit of low-fat mayonnaise, a little bit of sour cream,
Great.
a little bit of sriracha into the Tostitos, shook it up. It was the most delicious dressing.
I have no doubt.
Delicious. I don't know how we got here, but it was so good.
I'm glad we're here.
Me too.
Anyway, Chick-fil-A, you might want to skip the fries, okay? And instead, the healthier options, the spicy Southwest salad, the kale crunch, or the market salad with a side of
Obviously,
fruit.
who the fuck who's going to Chick-fil-A for a salad?
It sucks.
It sucks.
Sucks.
And I did read something recently. There are too many ingredients in everything at Chick-fil-A. I saw something. It was like 40 ingredients in their chicken sandwich.
Right.
No, there's chicken. There's bread, which should be flour, eggs, water, yeast. Like, how do you get to 40? Like, this is the problem. I don't know what's in that, but I don't know why fast food places can't just make things a little bit cleaner.
Because it's uniform. They got to make sure that the Chick-fil-A sandwich you have in
You're right.
California.
It tastes exactly the way that it does everywhere else.
That's right.
Even if it kills you.
It's one way.
It's
you've heard that about Starbucks, right?
Yes.
That's why the beans taste a little burnt.
Yes. Yes.
One flavor, one taste. Right.
I love the Starbucks food, though. So good. We've spoken about this. That spinach wrap,
Double baked.
A+.
Now, at my local Starbucks, they know, because you can't do it on the app. By the way, Starbucks, if you're listening, let me adjust on the app. I'm not going to be a schnurrer. I'm not going to ask for you to remove the egg whites. I know they're pre-made, but can I just have the option to say, do it 1.5 times?
You should be able to.
Double bake.
You should. They're so quick. I love that app.
It's great.
So good.
Well, at Chipotle, you might want to do a veggie burrito bowl or a salad with brown rice, guacamole, roasted chili, corn salsa, or tomato salsa.
Sounds delicious. It also sounds like it's missing the cheese and the sour cream.
The fun part.
The fun part.
Well, at McDonald's, for our kosher king, they say a McChicken or fish fillet with a side of apple slices or even an apple pie is a healthier option.
Of course it's a healthier option. Who the fuck is getting apple slices at McDonald's? What are you, nuts? No! Get McDonald's and then go to the grocery store and pick up an apple. I don't want the sliced apple from McDonald's.
They're good.
I don't want it. I'm sure it's good.
They come in the Happy Meal. My son eats them.
I'm sure they're fantastic.
He loves them.
Yeah, well.
And the fish fillet is a go-to kosher adjacent king meal.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Even though I don't even want to know what's in it. What could possibly be in that fish patty? Not fish.
Not good.
No good.
Not good.
No.
Did you know that wait, let's see. I want something really Australian patient starts speaking in posh British accent after having jaw surgery in rare medical case. My mom and my sister came to visit me, and my sister said to my mom, "Oh, she sounds very posh." The 57-year-old told the news. Yeah, she woke up and she was like, "All right." "Oh, I just had a good surgery, mate."
It happens. It happens. My dad got out of back surgery and was speaking like a little Chinese. Like,
No.
He was. Yeah.
Maybe it just hurt and he was like, "Oh."
Yeah. That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, he was speaking Chinese. But
I mean, what if like you get canceled for that and you're like you don't understand.
No,
like,
he didn't mean to.
I'm not being insensitive here. I just had surgery.
I just had surgery, and for whatever reason, I came out speaking Chinese. This is a thing that happens. People have accents. They have whatever. It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy. I don't want any cameras around me the next time I go under.
I didn't mean to say that in road rage. I just got a flu shot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't be held responsible.
Blame it on the flu shot.
Yeah, everything's blamed on the flu shot. I got the flu shot. That's why I sound like this. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. That's why I sound like this.
Totally.
Or I did and I didn't. Who knows?
Really, no one.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Prolon. Do I love going out and hanging out with my friends? Of course I do. I'm a social butterfly. Does all that eating and drinking start to take a toll? Unfortunately, yes. I can't say no. I can always tell when my body is desperately craving a reset, and Prolon by El Nutra does just that. Prolon's 5-day program gives my system a break. It's fasting, but with food, and it's pretty much a game changer. Prolon's fasting mimicking diet is revolutionary. plant-based, and a nutrition program that nourishes the body while making cells believe they're fasting. We're tricking them. Researched and developed for decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by leading U.S. medical centers, Prolon helps support healthy blood sugar, enhanced skin appearance, fat loss, and improved energy and focus post-fast. It all starts with their 5-day program, snacks, soups, beverages designed to keep your body in a fasting state. No guesswork or planning required, which is a relief after a busy holiday season. 3 consecutive cycles of Prolon have been shown to reduce your biological age score by an average of 2.5 years and your waist circumference by 1.5 inches. Folks, Prolon is it. Fasting without fasting? Of course. If you're not doing this, what are you, nuts? It's the best. I did their 5-day program and I feel so much better. Prolon isn't like any other diet I've ever tried because it's not a diet. It's science. It's convenient. They sent me everything all in one box. Need I say more? To help you kickstart a health plan that truly works, Prolon is offering Good Guys listeners 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day nutrition program. Just visit prolonlife.com/goodguys. That's prolonlife.com/goodguys to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. prolonlife.com/goodguys. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Fabric. Folks, as an expecting father, all I want is to provide the best for my son. BH, BH, BH. And I can't stress how important it is to protect your family's future with insurance. Because life can be unpredictable, but securing your family's financial future doesn't have to be. That's where Fabric by Gerber Life comes in. Fabric offers modern, flexible term life insurance designed to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're planning for the future or just want a little extra peace of mind, Fabric makes protecting what matters most simple and stress-free. Fabric by Gerber Life is term life insurance you can get done right from your couch, all online and on your schedule. You could be covered in under 10 minutes with no health exam required. If you've got kids, and especially if you're young and healthy, the time to lock in low rates is now. Even if you have life insurance through your employer, it may not offer enough protection for your family, and it may not follow you if you leave your job. Fabric has flexible, high-quality policies that fit your family and your budget, like $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. Fabric has partnered with Gerber Life, trusted by millions of families like yours for over 50 years. There's no risk, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee that you can cancel at any time. They have over 1,900 5-star reviews on Trustpilot with a rating of excellent. Join the thousands of parents who trust Fabric to help protect their family. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/goodguys. That's meetfabric.com/goodguys. meetfabric.com/goodguys. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company. Not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions.
Should we do a quick speak pipe?
Yeah.
Speak pipe. Well,
we had Russian daughters before this. It slowed us down.
we're done. Okay, if you want
Good
to
luck
ask,
at Meta.
what's up, Facebook? It's Meta. I'm doing a talk at Meta today. This is why I'm in New York. No, it's Meta, Josh. Sorry. Hello, Snapchat. Okay. So if you want to leave us a speak pipe, if you want our advice, you have questions for us, keep it brief. Brevity is key, and keep it an advice or question. We don't want your feedback. No. We don't want your questions, your comments. No. Well, we do want your questions, but not comments.
No, save that for Reddit.
Speakpipe.com/good guys. Okay, our first one is from somebody good, somebody great. Our first one is
Somebody great.
From Anonymous.
Hey, P-Droms, need some advice. So my husband has like chronic anxieties, right? So when he doesn't take his medicine, he's literally crazy pants, overly analyzes everything, stresses out about every little thing, and long story short, makes my life a literally fucking hell. I'm such an empath, so when he is mentally unwell, I am mentally unwell. Question, he has like been refusing to take his medicine lately, and he's like saying, you don't understand how, it makes me feel, and the side effects, and, I can't work as hard, I get too tired, and So he's making all these excuses as to why he can't take his medicine, but I know when he gets on it and he stays on it, he feels so much better, he acts so much better, we're all happier and more sane, but he just refuses. So, like, am I, like, a fucking bitch for getting mad that he's not taking his medicine, or do I need to be more supportive and understanding? What do I do? I don't know. Please help.
This is loaded.
I have some feelings.
You want to start?
Sure, I'll go. You're not an empath, you're codependent. And you're enmeshed. And if you take on the feelings of your partner, in anything more than a lovely, healthy, sympathetic, you care for that person, you want them to be good, and it hurts you when they hurt, that's one thing. But you can tell from this phone call that making it all about you makes you a codependent.
Yeah.
And I would start working on yourself, because if we are not the problem, then there can be no solution.
Yeah.
So I would 100% get better at definitely not being as disturbed by you are when your partner, who's their own sentient being, when your partner is having their own experience, and allow them to have the dignity of their own experience. I also think medication is a funny thing. And I could certainly see it making you drowsy and uncomfortable and having certain side effects. And maybe if you came to him in a loving way and say, I've seen the benefits of it for you, maybe in ways in which you might not be able to see because you're in it. So is there someone we can consult and maybe try a different medicine with less side effects, or a different dosing, or a different schedule of taking the medicine? Is there a way in which I can help you? Because I really see the benefits and I think it's great for us.
Yeah. I agree with you. I also think you picked him. Like, unless this is brand new, then this is a different story. If you've been together for a very long time and all of a sudden he randomly he was this strong whatever, now he's just become this nervous Nelly who is very anxious, making you anxious. Otherwise, you knew exactly who this person was. And so I think you do need to be empathetic to the fact that you are with somebody who has anxiety. And it is definitely difficult when you have meds that maybe, like, they help you, but clearly they're not helping him.
Well, they are, but there are side effects.
But not if he doesn't feel good. Like sure, they're helping him with one thing. They're helping him with anxiety, but they're hurting him in like ways that allow him to function normally during the day, it would sound.
Well, I think there's no silver bullet. Like, you hear that a lot with, like, bipolar medicine, right?
Yeah.
Is that usually the people like the mania part of it, the high, because it's exciting and you're energized, but unfortunately it's always coupled with the depressive part.
Sure.
So the medicine, in theory, kind of brings them levels them. But they go, it's great, except I'm kind of missing the highs a little bit.
I never get the highs.
Everything's a trade-off, I think, with medicine. You're kind of weighing that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel badly for him, and I also feel badly for her. It's not a pleasant experience. I've been around people like this. It's not a pleasant experience when you're trying to control your own inner peace. You have your own things going on, and all of a sudden somebody next to you is making you anxious.
Right.
Like, that's a terrible feeling. But again, I have to go back to the fact that you're with this person for a long time. I don't think that they randomly became anxious. If they did randomly become anxious, then you should probably find the root cause of the new anxiety. But if this person is just anxious because they're anxious, then you got to learn how to not let his anxieties make you anxious. To your point of working on yourself, like, have some type of a block up where it's like, okay, I know that he's anxious about this, but I know that this can't affect me in the way that I live my life on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do. Not letting the way that somebody else is projecting sit on you. You know?
Yes.
That's very hard. But if you can conquer it, you can be around anyone.
And you also don't have to sit in it, right? Like, you can lovingly pull away and do some self-protection and say, while you're going through this spin cycle,
sure.
Listen, my wife, every 6 to 8 weeks where I'm like, it's all over, Paige. I haven't, worked in 2 weeks or a month. I'm like, it's over. She's like, it hasn't been for the 13 years I've known you.
Yeah.
So it's I don't blame her when she goes, I've seen this in you before. We know this story. We bought the t-shirt. We've seen the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap out.
Yeah.
Like, I love you, and I will offer you a couple minutes of counseling and support and encouragement, but anything more than that's ridiculous.
Claudia's the same.
Right?
Yeah, it's interesting that
It's
you brought it up in that
boundaries.
way.
It's
I haven't
healthy.
thought about it like that. It is healthy. And actually, an anxious person really needs to be checked. Like, if you, in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Like, acknowledging that the feelings are real, but if they dwell in it, they're only hurting themselves. Like,
Right.
separating, like, what isn't from what is.
Yes.
Unless this person, like, I don't know.
We're good.
We are good. No,
we
this was
are
good. No, this was good.
They needed to hear that.
This was good. They did.
And
You needed to hear that.
And now I can taste your cough, which was fun.
No, by the way, that was so deep.
It's made its way over
I
here.
know, I told you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, let's do one more and then we'll get to What Are You Nuts? Next one from somebody good. You already know. I don't know.
Hi, Josh and Ben. More on here. So I'm going on a work trip and my in-laws are joining so that they can watch my baby during the day while I'm working. My husband's coming too. He'll also be working. And my in-laws are very, very, very Mormon. They don't drink coffee. They don't like coffee. They don't like coffee being in the vicinity. They hate the smell of it. They just completely detest coffee and think it's of the devil. My question is, can I drink coffee while I'm in our shared Airbnb? My husband and I are paying $2,000 to rent out this Airbnb so that they can help us out. He says, screw it, let's drink the coffee. We are hosting them. I say, I don't know. I want to be respectful. They're watching our baby. They're doing us a favor. I'd rather be a little bit less invasive with it and make them as comfortable as possible. So, question for you. Would you or would you not drink the coffee?
Wow, I didn't know that this was such a thing.
Yeah,
Coffee and Mormonism.
They don't do caffeine.
But it's the devil?
I think it's also something about hot drinks.
Okay.
They're not, but yes, it's a big tenet. No caffeine, no stimulant like that.
Okay. It sounds to me, based on the smell of coffee, that you're thinking about brewing your own. I think that's unnecessary. I don't think that you need to bring a French press to this Airbnb. Like, I think that you
Hey,
could...
Mary and Clarence.
Like, you don't need that. Like, you don't need the smell of fresh beans. But every morning I get Starbucks as an iced coffee, and nobody smells my coffee but me.
Right.
So if the trigger is the smell and seeing the beans, like, okay, get a Stanley cup, go to Starbucks, put in your iced coffee, bada bing, bada boom. No issues. No, I don't think that if somebody's uncomfortable with coffee, that you should be brewing it fresh. It kind of sounds like an episode of Maury. You know, the bring out the pickles. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
No.
she's afraid of pickles, and he brings out the pickles. Like, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Because they're doing you a favor. So if they're really uncomfortable with the smell of coffee, there's a win-win. You can have your coffee. Just, you don't have to have it like that.
That's the headline here. You're not hosting them. They're helping you.
Exactly, yeah.
The idea that they would pay to come help you take care of your kid, like
1,000%. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're spending $2,000. Yeah. They're babysitters.
yeah, they're
Free.
babysitters.
They're
for
free babysitters while you work.
and the best kind because you can trust them fully and not worry
1,000%.
at all.
Yeah.
And you can't give up coffee for a couple days and or figure out like a fun sleuthy way. By the way, go work at Starbucks for an hour in the morning. Do your emails, use the Wi-Fi, and enjoy 2 piping hot cups of Joe. I think you can get a free refill.
You ever heard of Red Bull?
Well, I love an energy drink, but you know, the Mormon mother might see that and think
But
there
they're
needs to be a
But
exorcism.
they're more worried about the smell, it would seem. Like something, like you can conceal it. Buy a koozie.
Leave for an hour and go drink a nice coffee and sit in a coffee
Can
shop.
you imagine needing to like go outside to drink your coffee? But to each their own.
It would, even if they were not there helping you, I think it would be respectful of in-laws. It's really not a big ask.
No, I agree.
And they're your in-laws.
1,000%.
They're the OGs.
Yeah, if they bother you enough, don't ask them to babysit.
They took long enough to put on that magic underwear of theirs.
Yeah.
You can't pass up a coffee for a day. Shout out Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
Do you have a What Are You Nuts?
Yeah, I do. This isn't my What Are You Nuts, but I was at Tony's. Have you been to Tony DiNapoli?
I have not. Wait, our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever. Stick it in your craw. Go for it.
You've never been to Tony DiNapoli.
No.
Tony DiNapoli's like a Carmine's.
Love.
You walk in there, big portions, Italian.
Hell yeah.
They sing to you. It's nice. Nice, okay. My friend had a groomsmen dinner. He invited everybody to be his groomsmen. We had a nice dinner, whatever. I go to the bathroom. 3 people in front of me in line. It's a single stall. I just have to take a piss. A single stall. I wait 1 person, 2 person, 3. I'm about to go in. All of a sudden, this person runs up like they're going to throw up, right? Turns to me and says, excuse me, do you mind if I go in front of you? And I'm like about to say yes. Like, I really need to blow my nose. What are you, nuts? I couldn't even think what this person could even be talking about. You can't blow your nose. You're having you can't blow your nose into like a cloth napkin or a paper napkin. Who goes to the bathroom to blow their nose and runs up as if it's an emergency? Excuse me. Can I cut in front of you? I need to blow my nose. I couldn't believe it. It was the ultimate What Are You Nuts? I still can't wrap my head around what it. I can't wrap my head around it.
Nuts.
What could that have been?
Nuts.
People are nuts.
Crazy.
You?
We're a couple weeks past the Oscars, but I sent it to you, and I know you love them too. Ricky Gervais's great quote about do not make a political speech
Nope.
at the Oscars or really anywhere else. I think in a world where I don't even think we want to hear about politics from our politicians.
Yep.
We are so beaten over the head, and we're just the problem is we're inundated by thought and voice and by people who either proclaim to be authorities on subjects and the all-knowing being. You know, my big brother I've had for 30 years. He's brilliant about finance and economy. So he's an expert witness sometimes in trials for whether it's an SEC violation or whatever.
wow.
He'll come in and sort of explain the inner workings of things. Like it could be something as crazy as a Sam Bankman-Fried case or a Madoff thing. Like he really understands the nuance. And so when he's working on a trial, I'll be like, so what is the other side going to do when you come in as the expert? He goes, they'll bring in their expert and they'll try to undermine me and I'll undermine him. And then you have to decide who's the expert. This is the world in which we're living. And thus, we are so inundated that I think perhaps we as public people, me as a D-list celebrity and you as A-list celebrities, would be better suited to use your platform for amazing charities like Feed the Streets. I'll be out there on Skid Row Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning. Like, use it for good. I think using your platform for good is fabulous. But when it's just you proselytizing and making a speech, I think you're missing the mark.
What are you, nuts? This episode was all over the place.
So good.
So good. We're so good. If not 5 stars. What else, Josh? What else? What are you, nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips. Instagram and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.
Next time.
Wherever I look. Next time.
Right, next time.